Jarvis Landry on one team, Will Corey Coleman, David Njoku at tight end. I mean, we're going to have to make sure that we can guard these guys. They're not going to be the same old Browns, bro. And people say that every year, but literally this is the year that they've been stacked. And you talk about them, I think that they're going to go after Saquon Barkley too. So you're talking about adding that to the offense too? That's just crazy, bro. But I'll let you guys watch this. I don't want to talk your heads off. Let me know what you think. Comment, subscribe. Let me know, if there's any other ideas.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports.
You guys enjoy your Sunday.
Here we've got a couple of big targets who will try to be key contributors in both the pass and run games today.
Stuff like this
it's the Browns going up against the Bengals.
Hopefully we see how this goes, all right?
With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
From the banks of the Ohio River, there's a look at Paul Brown Stadium here in Cincinnati, Ohio. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Cleveland Browns. Hello again, everybody. I'm Brandon Gaudin here in the booth. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And Charles, Larry took a moment to highlight a couple of the tight ends that we're going to see in this game. Both of these teams really look to get them involved in the offense early and often, don't they?
And we continue to see in the NFL how the tight end is becoming more and more of a highlighted position. Some of these guys can flex out like wide receivers. A lot of them can come inside, block as well as catch passes. He's exactly right. Tight end, that's a position we'll continue to follow as this game unfolds.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. They'll be led out by one of the more mobile quarterbacks in the league, and that's Tyrod Taylor.
7-6 as a first-time starter in 2015. He did a really nice job taking care of the football. 20 touchdown passes, just 6 interceptions.
Play fake here on first down. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. And trying to give a lift to this offense today will be the Duke, the former Cane, Duke Johnson.
Comes from a great tradition of runners at Miami of Florida. He's one of the best ones we've seen in recent years.
Ten yards still left on second down. Throwing again. Taylor. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Only a yard there. Sniffed out well defensively, and it brings up third. The defensive starters now for Cincinnati.
Let's talk about Vontaze Burfict, the versatile linebacker. You can play him inside. You can play him outside. Undrafted coming out of college, and that still fuels him. Gives him that huge chip on his shoulder. And when he's right and plays at his best, one of the best linebackers in the league. Just has to know where the line is so he doesn't go past it and cost his team some penalties.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Nick Vigil in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down.
As aggressive as Cincinnati is on defense, I was surprised that they only had 33 sacks last season.
Yeah, bottom half of the NFL.
I think that helped contribute to them not making the playoffs. Remember, they had a nice little run going. That's the first time they missed in the last 6.
On 4th down, the Browns hand things over to the veteran Britton Colquitt to punt. Alex Erickson deep for Cincinnati. This is fielded at the 27. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. And stepping into your screen, Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals offense as they come out and get ready to go. Last year in 2017 for Dalton, 25 touchdowns, 12 picks. Fewest yards per game of his career, though, just 207.5. Where does he stand in your mind right now?
But right now, he's probably a middle-of-the-road quarterback. But I think he can be better than that if they surround him with better players. And remember during that playoff run, they did have those weapons, those guys he could get the ball out to on the perimeter besides A.J. Green. Right now, he's kind of a lone wolf at wide receiver. The offensive line has to be rebuilt, and that has always been a strength of Cincinnati because they got plenty of runners. I mean, when you think about Joe Mixon, right, when you think about that crew, they can run the football, but they've got to get Andy Dalton some help. Surround him with better talent, they'll give you better numbers.
23 yards on the play. That's a matchup. Maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford. He used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. They may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
They go play action here on 1st down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. And in the backfield out of the starting group, you have to look out for Giovanni Bernard.
And you have to make sure you're ready to hit the spin button with this guy. Awfully exciting in the open field.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down. Couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we couldn't counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
You go all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999, where he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Big yardage there for the Browns, 18.
Well, how many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So pin that one on the rookie right tackle.
Remember those days when the right side was simply the run-blocking side? Now you're dealing with some of the better pass rushers in the league. It'll make you a little jittery.
First and 15 here behind the chains. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
On 2nd down, Taylor. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Taylor. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Carl Lawson able to get him down for a loss of 11 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
You know, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. It's a 45-yard punt and 8 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Dalton, 1st and 10. And caught, right side, Green. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year. Always added a little bit more to his game, gets stronger. But the best part about him is he's always been accurate.
Less than a minute to go here in a scoreless first quarter to this point. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. Looking sideline, incomplete. Tyler Kroft, the tight end, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down. to throw again. Dalton. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Dalton sets up play action. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I know every down's important, but you know as well as I do, partner, third down is key for both offenses and defenses, and Cleveland's got to get better on third down on D.
And what they did right there, you're right, they need more of. They were tied for 30th in the NFL in sacks last year, but a big one there brings up a punting situation. Here's Kevin Huber now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. Landry now on the return. And now running right through it. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Just one tick to go, so this will obviously be the final play of this first quarter.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, here's Taylor. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So we've reached the end of a fairly even first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. As they run the counter play. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. So back-to-back plays here where he couldn't get anything on the ground. Now you face a 3rd and 10 and assume you're going to try to pass it, right?
I would think so, because you've tried to run the ball, and really it didn't matter who got the ball in the play because there was no space to go. So I think you step back, throw the ball to try and pick up the first down.
Now Taylor. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Here's Britton Colquitt now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
It's second down. Dalton looking. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Play action now. Dalton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Dalton throwing on second down. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on third down. Dalton here from the gun. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty.
So it's third and long, and you know this is going to be a pass. So defensively, they're bringing an extra defensive back and just blanket the field. And this is an ill-advised throw right here as it winds up being picked off easily.
Browns offensively getting ready to take the field again. If you take a step back, Charles, last 2 years for the Browns, 1-31, worst two-year stretch in the 98-year history of the NFL. Everybody knows that story. And the playoff drought at 14 years. Where does this franchise turn?
It's one of the great questions because I was on the record last spring that their draft looked about as professional a draft as you could have. 3 first-rounders. All of them became starters for them when you think about it. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Jabril Peppers at defensive back, and David Njoku at tight end. All of them contributed. It looked like they were making progress. They've just simply forgotten how to win as an organization, a franchise, as a team. That's the number one thing. Get a win. Get 2 wins, and maybe they can start to turn this thing around. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. The Browns on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll have Larry Ridley's highlights, but points obviously hard to come by in this first half. Larry will be in Orlando with our halftime report in about 2 minutes' time.
Yeah, he and his staff, they're putting together nothing but defensive highlights from the first half. And there's nothing wrong with that as far as I'm concerned.
The Browns on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Taylor now to throw on third down. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll throw on first down with Taylor. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Now Taylor going to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. To throw again is Taylor. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. And we were scoreless up until this point in the second quarter. Now we finally have a little action.
Let's see where this action takes us. First quarter, no points at all. Now we've got our first score of the game. Well, does that signal that we're going to get more as we go along, or will it revert back to what we saw in the beginning of the game?
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here we go with a player spotlight, and we shine that spotlight on Andy Dalton. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground, but that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out how do they get rid of the ball faster to help out the offensive line so he doesn't get hit as much.
And we'll see if they can keep him off the ground now going forward. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. And now it's second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Dalton on the draw to mix him. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. Now the Bengals on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Andy Dalton. Airing one out for Boyd. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the ball comes loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they finally put it into this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
To throw is Taylor. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old-school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
2nd and 10 now. It's Taylor. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So we're back in the offense getting set following the call of that timeout. first down, it's Taylor. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And welcome back, the offensive unit. They took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. Second down now after the pass completion. Taylor will throw again. And fights him off. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And Gonzalez puts this one through. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, going to the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able to muster through 2 quarters of play. 6-0 is our count at the break. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
All right, let's get straight to it. Here's some highlights from the first half. Down early in the second. Ross is going to make the catch in traffic, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to their own 32-yard line.
Okay, Larry, thank you. No touchdowns in our first half. What will we see in half number 2? Time to find out. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengal offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action here with Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Christian Kirksey not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Second down, Dalton. Green's got it over the middle. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And that'll bring up second down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And Dalton to throw. On the screen, Bernard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So on 4th down, Marvin Lewis sends on the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Bullock will put this one through. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the field goal now, it's Bullock to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
The Browns on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Taylor. And that is incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Here's Britton Colquitt now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Mixon. And he powers his way up past the 30. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Off the play fake to Mixon. This is Dalton. And this is going to be incomplete.
I have to say that was a surprise call on 3rd and inches. I thought they'd try and run the football there, but you got to believe they thought they'd surprise the defense and pick up something downfield, but that one goes incomplete.
Here's Kevin Huber now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati. Now Landry. That's a 49-yard punt, 8 though on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Now they try the right side here. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one up to the 26. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The Browns on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Nick Vigil with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Cincinnati. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Dalton, 1st and 10. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. 12 yards that time, and it's Cincinnati 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw to Mixon on the check down. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down. From midfield here, Dalton. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know. Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Here's Kevin Huber now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. On 2nd down, here's Taylor to the right side and complete to Njoku. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for 2nd down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. And a give this time to the tailback. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. here to his running back. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's brought down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively they burn it here with 1:51 left. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. They'll run it now out of the gun. And past the 30 down to about the 27. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a pickup of 5, and that should just about wrap this one up.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Taylor to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defensive.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long from Cincinnati.